Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. With that in mind, think of each day as a blank canvas where you hold the brush in your hand. That brush represents the choices you make. So what will you create today? Every day is a golden opportunity for growth. It's your chance to improve, refine your thinking and elevate your life. But remember, this doesn't happen by accident. You have to take charge and make it happen. On the other hand, failure often stems from repeating small mistakes every day. The difference between success and failure lies in the little choices you make. It's not about making massive changes, it's those small adjustments that can lead to big results over time. I've identified 10 key areas you should focus on improving daily. Let's move through them quickly, starting with the first one: your attitude. Your attitude is incredibly powerful. It's the foundation of your life. When you improve it just a little each day, everything about your day can change. You might think, Jim, it's just an attitude, it's just how I feel, but I assure you it's much more than that. Your attitude shapes how you see the world, how you tackle problems, how you handle challenges, and how you relate to others. Think of your attitude as a magnet. It attracts opportunities or pushes them away. Have you ever met someone who's always negative? They complain no matter how good things are. How much success do you think they attract? Probably not much. That negativity creates a barrier to opportunities. In contrast, someone with a positive attitude draws in opportunities like a magnet. People are naturally drawn to them. They want to work with them, help them, and see them succeed. If you focus on improving your attitude just a little every day, maybe by being more optimistic or a bit more patient, you'll discover doors opening that you didn't even know existed. Now, keep in mind that your attitude doesn't change overnight. It's a gradual process. You improve it bit by bit, day by day. Today focus on being a little more grateful. Tomorrow aim to be a bit more resilient. The next day concentrate on finding solutions instead of dwelling on problems. Each day you add a small brick to the foundation of a better attitude. Before long you'll have built something strong and lasting. When your attitude improves, everything else starts to improve too. Your relationships, your work, your health, everything. Next, you must work on your communication skills every day. This is a critical factor in your success. Why? Because everything in life revolves around communication. Whether you're chatting with a friend, closing a business deal, or interacting with family, communication is at the core of it all. The better you are at communicating, the better your relationships will be, your business will run, and the more influence you'll have in your community. Now let's clarify something. Communication isn't just about talking. Some of the best communicators don't speak much at all. They listen carefully with empathy, aiming to understand rather than just respond. Good communication is a two-way street. It's about clearly expressing your ideas and understanding the ideas of others. You can improve your communication every day. Perhaps today you focus on becoming a better listener. Tomorrow you practice getting your point across without being aggressive. The next day you work on finding the right words to express your feelings. Each day you chip away at the rough edges of your communication style, transforming into someone others want to listen to. Here's the real power of it: when you communicate better, you influence more, lead more effectively, and inspire others to take action. Think about this. Have you ever had a misunderstanding with someone due to poor communication? Maybe you thought they meant one thing but they had a completely different idea, leading to a bigger problem. Now imagine if you improved your communication just a little every day. How many misunderstandings could you avoid? How many conflicts could you resolve? How much more trust could you build in your relationships? It's worth considering, isn't it? You must improve your self-discipline every day. It's crucial. Self-discipline is the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. It's the ability to keep going when you don't feel like it, to do what needs to be done even when it's uncomfortable. Here's the truth: without self-discipline, success is impossible. You might have the best goals, brilliant ideas, and all the talent in the world, but if you lack the discipline to follow through, none of that matters. Think of self-discipline as a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it becomes. You can improve it a little every day. Maybe today you challenge yourself to wake up 15 minutes earlier. Tomorrow you push yourself to exercise even if you don't feel like it. The next day focus on staying concentrated on your work without getting distracted. Each of these small acts of discipline may seem minor, but over time they create significant results. Now consider this: self-discipline isn't just about willpower, it's about building habits. When you make something a habit, it requires less discipline, it becomes automatic. So part of improving your self-discipline is creating habits that support your goals. For instance, if you make it a habit to read 10 pages of a good book every day, you won't have to rely on willpower to learn and grow. The habit takes over, making your discipline effortless. Another way to improve your mindset is by challenging your limited beliefs. Many of us are held back not by our circumstances but by the beliefs we hold about ourselves. In the world around us, we often think we can't do something because we've never done it before, or because someone told us we're not good enough. But here's the truth: those beliefs are just thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. So each day work on replacing those limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Instead of saying I can't do this, tell yourself I'm learning how to do this. Instead of thinking I'll never be successful, say I'm on the path to success. As you improve your mindset a little every day, you'll find that your entire outlook on life changes over time. Next, let's talk about time management. We all have the same amount of time, but how we use it makes all the difference. Time is precious. Once it's gone, you can never get it back. If you want to achieve great things in life, you must learn to manage your time wisely. The good news is that time management is something you can improve every day. Maybe today you focus on setting clearer priorities, tomorrow work on eliminating distractions, the next day practice saying no to things that don't align with your goals. Each small improvement in how you manage your time adds up. Before you know it, you'll be getting more done in less time, focusing on what truly matters. Think about it: how often do you find yourself busy but not productive? How often do you spend time on tasks that don't move the needle while important work gets pushed aside? Being busy is not the same as being productive, and that's why improving your time management is so crucial. It's about concentrating on the right things at the right time and in the right way. One effective way to improve your time management is to start your day with a plan. Spend a few minutes each morning mapping out your priorities. What are the most important tasks you need to accomplish? What can you delegate or eliminate? And here's an important tip: don't just plan your work, plan your breaks too. Rest is just as vital as action. If you don't take time to recharge, you'll burn out. I've worked with many people over the years who struggled with time management. They'd often say, "Jim, I just don't have enough time to get everything done." I would remind them that they have the same 24 hours as everyone else. It's not about having more time, it's about using the time you have more effectively. So if you want to improve your life, start by improving how you manage your time, because when you don't control your time will control you. So becoming a master of time management will allow you to design and improve every aspect of your life. It's a daily practice, and with each passing day that you get a little better, you'll find your life falling into place more smoothly. Every day you must build and improve your knowledge. Formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. The world is constantly changing, and if you're not learning, you're falling behind. The more you know, the more you can do. The more you can do, the more value you can bring to the marketplace, and the more value you bring, the more rewards you receive. If you want to stay ahead in life, you've got to commit to improving your knowledge every single day. How do you do that? It's simple: read, listen, and study every day. Commit to learning something new. Maybe today read an article about your industry, tomorrow you listen to a seminar on personal development, the next day you take a course to sharpen your skills. Each small investment in learning adds up. You'll find yourself more knowledgeable, more skilled, and better prepared for whatever life throws at you. And here's the truth: learning doesn't stop when you leave school. That's when the real learning begins. Formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. The most successful people in the world are lifelong learners. They never stop improving their knowledge because they understand that the more they learn, the more they can achieve. Mr. Shaw once told me, "Jim, the more you learn, the more you earn." I took that advice to heart. I started reading, listening to tapes, attending seminars, anything to improve my knowledge. And you know what, Mr. Shaw was right. The more I learned, the more opportunities came my way. The same will be true for you. Embrace the journey of lifelong learning and you'll unlock doors you never knew existed. There is never a good day to neglect your finances. Your financial situation isn't just something that happens to you, it's something you create. Like any other area of life, it requires daily attention fun and improvement. Whether you're trying to get out of debt, build wealth, or create more financial security, it all starts with making small consistent improvements each day. Here's the truth: most people don't understand money. They know how to earn it, but they don't know how to manage it. As a result, they often find themselves struggling no matter how much they make. The good news is that you can improve your financial situation a little each day. Maybe today you start by tracking your expenses so you know where your money is going. Tomorrow you create a simple budget to ensure you're living within your means. The next day you set aside a small percentage of your income for savings or investments. Each of these small steps adds up, and before you know it, you'll have your finances under control and on the growth path. It's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. Some people earn a lot but spend it just as quickly. They live paycheck to paycheck, always on the edge of financial trouble. Meanwhile, others who make less manage to save, invest, and build wealth because they've learned the principles of financial management, and those principles can be learned by anyone. You don't have to be a financial expert to improve your finances. You just need to make small, smart decisions every day. One of the best pieces of financial advice I ever received was to spend less than you earn and invest the rest. It sounds simple, but it's powerful. If you live by that principle every day, your financial future will be secure. Here's the key: it requires discipline. It takes the willingness to delay gratification and say no to unnecessary expenses today so that you can say yes to financial freedom tomorrow. You can improve your ability to make smart financial decisions, manage your money wisely, and invest in your future every day. Have you ever looked at your bank statement and wondered, where did all my money go? That's a sign it's time to start improving your financial habits. It's time to take control of your money instead of letting it control you. Remember, it doesn't take huge changes, just small consistent improvements. Now let's talk about personal development. Here's the great challenge of life: you can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. Life is about growth. If you're not growing, you're standing still, and if you're standing still, you're falling behind. So every day you must work on becoming a better version of yourself. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about constantly improving who you are, how you think, and what you do. Personal development is a lifelong journey, and it's one you can't afford to ignore. I have found that income seldom will exceed your own personal development. Once in a while income takes a lucky jump, but unless you grow out to where it is, it will go back to where you are. Somebody once said, if you took all the money in the world and divided it equally among everyone, it would soon be back in the same pockets. However, you can have more because you can become more. You see, here is how the other side of the coin reads: unless you change how you are, you will always have what you've got. The major thing that makes the difference is what you do. It is the human effort that counts. To have more, you need to become more. The guy says, if I had a good job I would pour it on, but I have this lousy job, so I just goof off. If that is your philosophy, you are destined to stay there. Some people say, if I had a lot of money I would be generous, but I don't have much, so I'm not generous. See, you've got to change that philosophy, or you will never have lots of money. Unless you change, it won't change amazingly. However, when we throw out our blame list and start becoming more ourselves, the difference is everything else will begin to change around us. Maybe today you focus on improving your self-awareness, understanding your strengths, weaknesses, habits, and tendencies. Tomorrow you might work on developing a new skill that will help you in your career or personal life. The next day concentrate on enhancing your emotional intelligence, learning to manage your emotions and relate better to others. Each of these small improvements contributes to your overall growth. Over time you'll find that you've become the person you always knew you could be. One of the best things you can do for your personal development is to set goals, clear, specific goals that challenge you to grow. But remember, those goals must align with your values, passions, and purpose. It's not just about achieving more, it's about becoming more. It's about becoming the kind of person who can achieve those goals. Perhaps today you set a goal to read one chapter of a personal development book. Tomorrow you set a goal to practice a new habit for 10 minutes. The next day you reflect on your progress and adjust your course as needed. Each of these small actions moves you forward on your journey of personal growth. Now here's something important: personal development isn't just about learning new things, it's also about unlearning learning things that no longer serve you. Sometimes to grow you must let go of old habits, beliefs and ways of thinking that hold you back. That's why personal development is an ongoing process. You're constantly learning, growing and evolving. The more you commit to that process, the more you'll see improvements in every area of your life. One powerful lesson I've learned about personal development is this: you attract what you become. If you want to attract success, you must become successful in your habits, thinking and actions. If you want to attract great relationships, you need to become the kind of person worthy of those relationships. If you want to attract abundance, develop an abundant mindset, and that's something you can work on every day. You can become more disciplined, more focused, more positive and more successful by improving yourself just a little each day. Now let's talk about your purpose. This is so important. Purpose gives your life direction. It's the reason you get up in the morning and what drives you to keep going even when things get tough. Here's the key: you must work on your purpose every day. You need to constantly refine it, deepen it and live it out in everything you do. Some people say, Jim, I don't know what my purpose is, and that's perfectly okay. Purpose isn't something you find all at once. It's something you discover and develop over time. You can improve your sense of purpose a little every day. Maybe today you reflect on what's truly important to you. Tomorrow take a small step toward your dreams. The next day align your actions with your values. Each day you make progress toward living a life of purpose, and before you know it, your purpose will become clearer, stronger and more fulfilling. Here's the thing: when you live with purpose, everything else falls into place. Your work becomes more meaningful, your relationships deepen and your challenges transform into opportunities for growth. Purpose is the foundation of a fulfilling life, and it's something you can work on every day. One of the most important things to work on every day is being grateful. Gratefulness is one of the most powerful emotions you can cultivate, and it can transform your life in ways you can't even imagine. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your attention from what's missing your life to what's already good, and when you do that, you attract more good into your life. Being grateful is something you can practice every day, and it doesn't take much. Maybe today you take a moment to appreciate the people in your life who support you. Tomorrow focus on the small blessings you often take for granted: your health, your home, your job. The next day show gratitude for the challenges that have helped you grow. When you're great, your mindset shifts from scarcity to abundance. Over time you'll notice your entire outlook on life changes. Have you ever had a bad day where everything seemed to go wrong? We've all been there, but here's the secret: even on those days there's something to be grateful for. Maybe it's the lesson learned from a mistake or the strength gained from overcoming a challenge. When you focus on being grateful, even tough times become valuable experiences. That's the real power of it. Gratefulness multiplies. The more you practice it, the more you'll find to be grateful for. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It gets bigger and bigger with each day of practice. Here's the best part: when you live gratefully, you attract more of what you're thankful for. You create a positive cycle of abundance, joy and fulfillment that grows stronger each day. Gratefulness isn't just about feeling good, it's also about taking action. When you're truly grateful for something, you want to give back, you want to contribute, help others and make a difference. That's another reason why being grateful is so powerful. It not only improves your life, but it inspires you to improve the lives of others. When you make gratitude a daily practice, it changes not just your perspective but also your behavior. Gratefulness softens us, making us more generous, patient and compassionate. When you focus on what you have and appreciate the small and big blessings in your life, you release that sense of scarcity and fear of not having enough. That's powerful, because when you stop living in fear, you start living in abundance. Living in abundance is one of the greatest shifts you can make in your life. Gratefulness is like a muscle. You've got to work on it daily for it to grow strong. Every day take a moment to reflect on what you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be big things. Maybe today you're grateful for the sunshine. Tomorrow it could be the food on your table. The next day it might be the lessons you've learned through hardship. Whatever it is, find something, even if it's small. The key isn't the size of what you're grateful for. The key is the act of being grateful itself. Now, being grateful doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. Life has its challenges, but when you practice gratitude, you develop the resilience to face those challenges without being overwhelmed. You learn to say, yes, this is hard, but I'm still grateful for the strength to get through it. Gratefulness shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right that gives you the energy, courage and perspective to keep moving forward. My friends, remember that gratitude is contagious. When you're grateful, people around you notice your positive outlook inspires others to see the good in their own lives. Your generosity encourages them to be generous too. Your appreciation for life lifts others out of negativity. So when you practice gratitude every day, you're not just improving your own life, you're improving the lives of those around you. That's a powerful thing. So think about your life right now. What are you grateful for? I believe one of the greatest life lessons we can learn is to be thankful for what we already have, but gratitude is something we have to work at to prepare our hearts to be reflective and thankful, to provide room for contemplation of our good fortune. Consider all the areas we've discussed. How many of these could benefit from small daily improvements? Imagine the transformation if you committed to just one small change each day. The key to lasting change isn't in one giant leap, it's in the small, consistent actions you take. Success comes from small disciplines repeated over time. What small improvement can you make today? Whether it's reviewing your spending, expressing appreciation, or taking a step toward your dreams, start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Remember, it doesn't need to be big, it just has to be consistent. Over time, those small actions will lead to remarkable changes in your life. And don't forget the importance of purpose. It gives meaning to your daily efforts and guides your actions. So what will you improve today? Commit to that small, consistent action that moves you closer to the life you desire. Again, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day, and embrace the journey and watch your life transform.